Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. What is the difference between chasing and inspired action? Hey guys, hope you all are well. And this is one of the most important videos that I will ever make because this is something people get confused literally every day. I literally have a message every day telling me, hey, I did this and I thought it was inspired action, but it ruined my circumstances, things like that. So in this video, I will be clearing it up for all of you about what is chasing and what is inspired action and how to differentiate between which one it is. One thing that this video is primarily going to be about SP topic. So this is just for relationships. If you want, I can make a different video based on wealth and other areas. You can comment down below. So I will make a different video about it. So let's start by first understanding the definitions of both of these things and how to differentiate between these things. So what is chasing? So I think chasing is a term that I have used a lot in the past 3 years on my page. A lot. I have been talking about chasing, I think, more than anyone. So chasing basically means trying to do something to try to make your manifestation happen, especially in terms of ISP. So how that looks like is consistently calling them, trying to text them, trying to put stories on Instagram so that they can see and you can feel validated then. Double texting, showing outside of their house, calling them again and again, telling them things like, why don't you love me? Talking to their friends, hoping that they will initiate a conversation on your behalf, trying to contact their family, trying to, emotionally manipulate them. And yeah, I'm sorry if some of these sound extreme, but these are all things that we have done. I have done some of these, you have done some of these. There is no shame in accepting that. What is important to accept is that it has happened, so we need to change it. That's one. So this is chasing. Now what is inspired action? Inspired action is something I think every teacher who has taught the law and manifesting has talked about. Neville Goddard also talked about this a lot. Inspired action basically means is that when I'm going after something and I'm trying to manifest something, that some action that I will take, which will take me from the place where I'm at to the manifestation, and that action will be inspired by the desire that and the intention that I have put out. So for example, I have decided that I want to manifest a specific person, and I go do something else. Maybe I'm going down on a road and I decide to take a different route, and I find my specific person there and we just meet and things like that. So those kind of things are inspired action. These are actions that we are taking which are taking us closer to where our manifestations are. One big misconception about inspired action, actually not one, a few big misconceptions about inspired action is, first, inspired action is actually not planned, it happens. So there is this speech Steve Jobs gave where he talked about the concept of that you can only connect the dots looking backwards, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. So you can only connect the dots and you can see how something got you to the place where you're at when you're looking backwards, while in hindsight. That's how inspired action works. A lot of times you would be taking inspired action and you wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know if this was the thing that I needed to do to get what I want. So you wouldn't even know that maybe one of my friends invited me to a party and I went to the party, and after I went to the party I saw that my SP is there and we started talking and we started dating from there. Or maybe I went out to this restaurant and I did not go there from the intention of trying to make something happen with my SP. I just went on in a restaurant, and there I found my SP and it became like we met and the situation started, something like that. So one thing about inspired action is that you will usually connect it looking backwards, and you wouldn't be knowing that I'm taking an inspired action. You would just be going about your natural life and you will have some instincts inside of you which will tell you to do something differently or will go in a certain direction, and that will usually lead to the inspired action. Second, inspired action is never going to be planned in a way where it is going to be about based on your prediction of the how. So what happens is people chase and then call it inspired action. How that works is that, let's say I am saying that I want to go after manifesting my person, right? And I say that, oh, today I'm being inspired to actually just text them. A lot of times what the truth is it's not that I'm inspired to text them, it's not an inspired action. A lot of times in that moment I just miss that person, and once I've started to miss that person, I'm hoping that I will just initiate a conversation, and what's the worst that can happen? But then they don't respond back for 2 3 hours, and then I start reacting, and then the situation turns worse, and I then text them again 10 times. Oh, where are you? Why are you not texting me? Why are you not calling me? Manifestation doesn't work, manifesting SP is not possible, things like that. So there has to be a difference between chasing and inspired action. The inspired action will actually help you, and chasing is something that will harm you. Now, how can you differentiate in any given situation if you are taking inspired action and you're not? So, the first biggest metric of checking if you are actually chasing or taking inspired action is the outcome that you're expecting from that situation. Because mostly while you're taking inspired action, you wouldn't actually know that I'm taking it. And as you are taking it, you wouldn't be expecting a particular outcome out of it. The outcome would be a byproduct of you just taking that action. While when you are chasing would be something that you would be doing consciously, hoping something that changes. So maybe if I'm texting my SP 2 3 times again and again, it's because I'm hoping that they would respond and something will start again. Or I'm hoping that maybe they will see that I'm always available for them and they will take that as a sign of love, and that they will now start to come towards me. Please know that a lot of people get confused with this one particular area, which is, but Karan, I saw this success story, or I saw this video where I saw that this person reached out to their specific person, and that was a kind of inspired action, and that got them some results that they wanted, and now they are in a relationship together. The only situation where I would recommend, if you want to take an inspired action in terms of manifesting a specific person, is to understand that if things do not turn into the direction that you're hoping for, that you will not start reacting again and again. I will give you an example. For example, it's my SP that I start to miss, and in that moment I don't react, but after a while I have decided that I want to reach out to them. Great. If you feel like reaching out, there is nothing wrong. I have a video on what to do if you are in no contact. I will link it down below so you can check it out. But let's say I do reach out to them and they don't respond. If I am actually taking it from a space that, oh, it's inspired action, I wouldn't be reacting. I wouldn't be in a situation where I would be saying, oh, why does this always happen to me? This process doesn't work. I have been doing this for ages. I have been doing this for these many years. It has still not worked. Because I am the one who took that action knowing that if they don't reply, I will be fine. In chasing, the question would usually be different, and the way to actually reach out to them would not be very thought of. It would be that I will reach out to them, and if they don't respond, I will start to get into a negative depressive spiral. Guys, please understand this. If begging someone to love you would have worked, you would have gotten what you wanted by now. If running after someone would have worked, you would have gotten what you wanted by now. If manipulation was the answer, if trying to make things happen was the answer, you would all have your SPs. You all have affirmed, you all have visualized, you all have chased, you all have stalked. If stalking was the solution, you would have what you want. But isn't it insane to just keep doing something when you know that it's not working? Because eventually, when I'm saying no to chasing, what am I actually saying no to? I'm saying no to not disrespecting yourself. I'm saying no to standing up for yourself. I'm saying no to making sure that when you are actually doing what you need to do, you're not doing it from a place of trying to make things happen. Because if I'm saying I'm the creator, then I don't need to actually try to make something happen through my actions. I know that it will come to me automatically. Follow your hunches, follow your intuition, but don't follow things just based out of fear. There is a very big difference between intuition and my poor self concept. I have a video about that too. I will link it down below. So you can check where you are at, like if it's intuition or if it's something that you're just doing based out of your poor self concept. But please understand that chasing is not going to work. And sorry if this feels like I'm calling you guys out, but 90% of the times, people, when they say that, oh, I took an inspired action and I just reached out to my SP, that was not coming from a good place. If I truly am in that situation and I want to take an action, then inaction is also an action. Not taking an action towards that situation is also an action. Okay, so I will just give you two examples of both of them and how they are actually working. And even when you're doing the same action, how it can be different. So let's say there is this guy called Tim, and Tim wants to manifest his SP. And Tim is out on a party and he posts a story on Instagram, right? Let's see how that is different from an inspired action and chasing. If it's an inspired action, Tim would just post the story, let it be, and it would not be something that he would think of. And maybe the next day he will see that the SP liked that story and reached out to him, and then they started talking. That would be an inspired action. But in a similar situation, let's say Tim says, "Oh, I am out. This is a perfect opportunity for me to show my SP that I have a social life. So let me just post a story, make her jealous, and do all these things." And then he posts the story, and then he keeps checking if she has seen it or not, if she's replying or not, if oh, she's online, who is she texting to, she just put a story, why is she not replying to my Instagram story, she just sent a DM to one of my friends, why is she not reaching out to me? Then that becomes chasing. Then that was never an inspired action in the first place. That was me trying to make things happen through my own actions in a particular way. So I hope that you get the essence of this video. I hope you understand what you need to do, and that chasing something or chasing someone is never going to solve any of your problems. I hope that you guys have a great day ahead. I wish you nothing but happiness, and I will see you in the next one. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.